Hi everyone, today we are looking at a question like this. Now, as you can see over here, it says that a roll of tape has different shapes printed in a repeated pattern, okay? Now, CD cut a piece of tape from the roll and counted a total of how many triangles? 76 triangles, okay? So the first thing we want to do, right, whenever we do something like that, right, we need to know that this is number of sets, okay? My student cracked a joke. My student told me, Teacher Joseph, can I add E over here so I kind of remember that this is nose? I'm like, sure, if you really think that that helps you to remember, sure, okay? But this is number of sets. Some of you call it number of groups. Agree so far? So what we're going to do is this. We are going to count them in groups instead. Because too many, right? So whenever there's too many, you want to count in groups so it's easier for you. So I can see circles, circle, triangle, triangle, square, circle, and this is my one set, or we can call it one group. Understand so far? So we are going to write it down. One set, I will have how many shapes? 5 shapes. And one set, how many triangles do I have? I have 2 triangles. You agree so far? Now, the question says what? Counted how many triangles in total? 76 triangles. We are very fortunate that 76 is a multiple of 2. Right now, so because 76 is a multiple of 2, I can times 38 over here. Agree so far? Right? 2 times 38, that gives me 76 triangles, correct or not? So that means to say when I do something to my right, I must do something to my left. I will have 38 sets. Okay, over here, of course, you kind of don't need this, but you can go and count it because they are not asking you for the total number of shapes. You understand so far? So I would say not necessary, but if you want to just fill up the gap, sure, go ahead and do that. Okay, can you understand this part? All right, now, well, but the question is asking you for the lowest possible, the least possible number of squares. Okay, so come, let me ask you a question. From set number 1, okay, the first set, all the way to set number 37, right? How many squares are there? Because if one set, how many squares do I have? 1 square, correct? Now, 1 set, 1 square. So that means over here, I have 37 square. Agree? Now, for the 38th set, right? For the 38th set, I will have 5 shapes, okay? So the 5 shapes will be circle, triangle, triangle, square, circle. The question is asking you for the least, the lowest. Now, let me ask you a question. Do you need to have this square to have 76 triangles? No, right now, because why? Your 76th triangle is actually over here. Can you see that? Yeah, so we actually don't need this at all. So that is the reason why, right? The least possible number, right, is 37 squares in total. Understand so far? All right, so this person, City, right, she cut until here, then she realized, yay, I have 76 triangles anymore. I don't need to cut out the full set. Do you understand what I'm saying? All right, so everything is full, but then it's just that for the 38th, cuts out is just what? Until this point. Can you see until this point? All right, until this point. Am I making sense here? Okay, so this is how you do a question like this.